Federal Executive Council deploys satellite services, boosts revenue remittances from mining sites across the country. President of the Senate hosts Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, says Senate embraces Nigeria's diversity towards shared prosperity for all citizens. Concerns continue to mount over rate of hearing impairment as the World Hearing Day 2025 is marked. Hello and welcome to the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Nwoye. The Federal Executive Council has approved the award of contract for deployment of satellite services to ensure proper management and remittances of revenue from mining sites across the country. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, mentioned this as one of the outcomes of the Council's meeting this Monday. State House correspondent Musbao Dan Wahab reports.
First meeting of a council in the month and third in the year. The recent vote of confidence passed in President Bola Tinubu by the National Caucus and the Executive Committee of his party won the admiration of cabinet members as they equally commended their principal for his purposeful leadership.
Welcome you once again to
at the briefing led by the Information and National Orientation Minister afterwards were the outcomes. One of the sectors being positioned for drastic change under the administration, solid minerals sector, received attention of a council with focus on how to properly sanitize the sector.
A very elementary estimate, non-scientific estimate that we did in 2023, immediately we resumed, revealed trillions that had been lost by the nation through these unregulated, underreporting, and unlicensed activities in the mining sector.
Now, the government is set to address this with approval for the procurement of an integrated framework to combat sharp practices in the sector.
So at a glance, and the click of a button, you can surf to any mine site you want and see the operations that's going on there and see the volume of even the mineral that is extracted, the number of trucks that are going out, and of course the security situation of the environment.
Ministry of Works got Council's approval for 4 memos. Awards of contract for the dualization of Odukpani Ikote-Ekpene, dualization of Ibadan-Ilorin Section 2 at Oyo Ogbomoso, completion of the outstanding 164-kilometer Section 2 on Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Road, and construction of a flyover at Abakpa, Bovering 82 Division in Enugu State. However, the minister corrects the impression in some quarters that more roads contracts have been awarded in the southern part of the country than in the north.
The fact remains that it is the memo that comes to effect that is approved. Sometimes, the memo can be in favor of a particular region or a particular zone or so on and so forth. So our briefing here should not be taken for as if we are bringing projects in an equitably form. So the president is committed to completing all the inherited projects. And in any case, most of the projects we come here to announce, inherited projects, and that the president is continuing.
Education Minister Maruf Tunji Alausa announced Council's approval for 11 new private universities in the country.
The 11 universities have fulfilled the rigorous requirement at 13-step National University Commission 13-step process to be awarded the provisional licenses.
Women in the country are also to benefit from a memo approved for the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology for the supply of startup packs for manufacturing of leather goods and footwears.
Women are key players in that sector, so it's exciting for us. It means that we're encouraging their participation, and that is one of our asks, for a portion of that particular intervention to go to women, so that it can encourage them to be able to, produce more. We're encouraging for us to produce what we wear, what we use.
Critical assets of government.
Ministry of Aviation also secured approval for the insurance of critical assets and personnel in all federal airports across the country. Apparently, there are some unfinished businesses on the ground, and so another meeting of the council has been scheduled for Wednesday this week. From the State House, Musbah Dan Wahab, NT News.
And President Tinubu has approved provisional licenses for 11 private universities in Nigeria. At Monday's Federal Executive Council meeting, the following private universities were approved: New City University, Ayetoro, Ogun State; University of Fortune, Ibotako, Ondo State; Eranavo University, Mabushi; Minaret University, Ikirun, Oshun Annex; Abubakar Toyin University, Okabwa, Kwara State; Southern Atlantic University, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State; Lens University, Ilemono, Kwara State; Monarch University, Iyesi Ota, Ogun State; Tony Iradia University of Communication, Benin City; Isaac Balami University of Aeronautics and Management, Lagos; Kevin Eze University, Mbowo, Enugu State. President Tinubu is committed to expanding the frontiers of educational opportunities and infrastructure. And President Bola Tinubu this Monday received President of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, in the State House. The Sierra Leonean president, who is in the country for a private engagement, arrived in the State House at about noon for a courtesy visit on the ECOWAS chairman. State House correspondent Musbah Dan Wahab reports that the two leaders had a one-on-one discussion, details of which are still sketchy. However, this is the first time the Sierra Leonean president would be on such visits to President Tinubu. We'll bring you more details subsequently. President Bola Tinubu urges Muslims to pray for leaders at various levels during the Ramadan fast and even beyond. Represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at a State House mosque at the opening tasfir for the month of Ramadan, urged Nigerians to go beyond fasting and embrace the values of peace, kindness and justice. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Babu wani mutumin da ke da ƙarfin da Allah ya baka ya ba jami'an.
Ramadan, the 9th month of Islamic calendar, is not merely a ritual of abstaining from food and drink. It is a journey of the soul, a time for reflection, self-purification, and embracing the true essence of Islam. President Bola Tinubu, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, takes this moment to appreciate religious leaders who stand as the moral and spiritual compass of the nation, appreciating their role in shaping the ethical foundation of the nation.
Our nation stands at a defining moment, and the responsibility of nation building lies in our collective hands. We must strengthen the bonds that unite us and reject the forces that seek to divide us. Above all, let us lift our voices in prayer for our leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. May Almighty Allah continue to guide him, bless him, and grant him wisdom, strength, and foresight to pilot the affairs of our great nation.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
The President calls on Muslims to embark on these days of fasting and sacrifice with a heart full of goodwill and brotherhood, which is the true essence of the spiritual journey in the month of Ramadan. From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, says the 10th Senate acknowledges and embraces Nigeria's diversity towards the attainment of shared prosperity for all citizens across the country. Addressing the United Kingdom branch of the Commonwealth Parliament Association in Abuja, Akpabio noted that the policies of government are reflective of the dreams and aspirations of all Nigerians, which is why the National Assembly works tirelessly to ensure that the nation's democracy is a force that transforms lives and is responsive to the needs of citizens. He emphasized the willingness of the legislature to collaborate and deepen engagement with other parliaments to enrich practices.
The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association has, for over a century now, stood as a steadfast sentinel of democracy, holding high the torch of good governance, legislative excellence, and the unshakable belief that the nation's strength lies not in its wealth nor its armies, but in the integrity of its institutions and the freedom of its people.
Commonwealth delegation Kate Ofunne Osamo drew attention to better inclusiveness for women in governance and called for the passage of the bills that seek special seats for women in parliament.
We really want to learn from you and exchange ideas and start a very broader conversation, because if this bill is able to get over the line, we can start looking at other things of how we can work together.
Youth groups in the country have thrown their weight behind the tax reform bills currently being considered by the National Assembly. This was at a National Youth Dialogue on the bills, which held at the House of Representatives. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Iben reports.
The Youth Dialogue on the tax reform bills was put together by the House of Representatives Committee on Youth in Parliament as part of efforts to expand inputs in the consideration of the bills. Representatives of various youth groups applauded key components of the bills as they concern the youth, such as tax exemptions for businesses earning below 50 million naira and tax reliefs for low-income earners.
VAT exemptions on essential goods and services and support for small enterprises demonstrate a commitment to foster growth and alleviating poverty.
We should also use this opportunity to increase investments towards youth-oriented issues, such as research and development.
If you look at low-income earners especially will be from the age of 35 downwards. Who are these? I don't know youths.
To me, I believe if we get it right with the youth, then we have gotten it right with the country.
Already, the House of Representatives Committee on Finance has hit the ground running, engaging in clause-by-clause consideration of the 4 tax reform bills, with a view to aggregating and harmonizing the inputs of Nigerians at the recently concluded public hearings. The work of the committee is crucial towards a final report that will be presented at plenary. Meanwhile, the House Committee on Southeast Development Commission has approved the 2025 budget proposal of 250 billion naira presented by the management of the commission at a budget defense session.
Even those boys, those people who are creating problems, once they see that Southeast is now being taken care of, you don't see them doing what they're doing. That will not continue, definitely. Because for us to develop the Southeast, there has to be peace.
Lawmakers are optimistic that the proposed budget will fast-track massive infrastructural development in the Southeast geopolitical zone. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
After 49 days of holding forth as Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Meranda has resigned her position, paving the way for the return of Mudashiru Obasa as substantive Speaker. Musa Toliat reports that the event was part of the intervention of the APC party stalwarts in the leadership crisis at the Legislative House in Lagos.
Strategic locations gave an indication of an impending serious business at the Lagos House of Assembly. This was connected with leadership crisis that has rocked the Legislative House since January 13, 2025, when Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was removed and replaced with Mojisola Meranda, the first female to occupy the top legislative position. 49 days after, it took the intervention of APC stalwarts to bring feuding parties to the negotiating table, and this resolution was reached.
It is with every sense of responsibility that I hereby give you notice of my decision to resign as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly with effect from today, 3rd of March 2025. And in this regard, I know that this is a point at which, as your leader, I have to make this selfless sacrifice to resign in order to protect this institution. With your unflinching support, I made history as the first female Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. And I value and cherish the solidarity freely given to me. My esteemed honorable members, I do not leave out the management and staff of this assembly. I am sincerely grateful to each of you for your support and collaboration during my short but very interesting tenure.
Her resignation paved the way for the return of Honorable Mudashiru Obasa as the Speaker of the Lagos 10th House of Assembly.
I will not communicate or reveal any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties to any person except as may be required for the due discharge of my official duties as the Speaker. I will always follow the path of justice, honesty, and concord amongst all the people of Lagos State in particular, and Nigeria in general, in all I do. Help me, Allah.
Some principal officers subsequently resigned their appointments, while new nominations were made to replace them. In Lagos, Musa Toliad, NTA News.
This is the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There will be more reports when we return. Do stay.
Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, and Voice of Nigeria, VON, cordially invite the general public to its 19th annual Ramadan lecture. Topic: Faith, Politics and Power, the involvement of ulama in politics and its implications. Guest lecturer, Sheikh Maruf Onike Abdulaziz, Chief Missioner, NASFAT Worldwide. Chairman of the occasion, Idi Mukhtar Meha, Minister of Livestock Development. Special guest of honor, Muhammad Idris, Minister of Information and National Orientation. Royal Father of the Day, His Highness Mala Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, Emir of Zazzau. Chief host, His Excellency Malam Ubasani, the Executive Governor, Kaduna State. Host, Malam Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos, Director General, NTA. Dr. Muhammad Bulama, Director General, FRCN. Malam Jibril Baba Ndachi, Director General, Voice of Nigeria. Venue, Lumana Multipurpose Center, River Close, off Jabi Road East, off Sultan Road, Kaduna. Date, 8 March 2025. Time, 9 a.m. Inshallah. For partnership or advert placement. Announcer, Organizing Committee.
Many thanks for staying on. Recognition is a powerful tool in improving employee performance and engagement, as it helps to promote a sense of purpose and value for hard work. It is in the light of this that the Minister of State for Works, Bello Muhammad Goronyo, was conferred with the prestigious Thomas Sankara African Leadership Award. Usman Zubeiru reports.
As the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is expected from him. This conferment of the award recognized the Minister of State for Works, Bello Goronyo, as an icon of selfless and innovative leadership and contribution not only to improving the nation's water and road sector, but to Nigerians' infrastructural development.
That's why I'm here to extend this honor to you as an icon of selfless and innovative leadership, which is in a recognition and appreciation of your hard work and contribution to societal development.
Minister of State for Works expressed his deep appreciation to the Youth Partnership for African Development for the recognition, noting that he had previously declined multiple award offers to remain focused on his mandate under the leadership of President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, reaffirming his commitment to national development, emphasizing the importance of collective effort in achieving a prosperous and peaceful continent.
To say that this is just a kind of motivation to do more and more and more service to our fatherland. From the onset, Mr. President has realized that road infrastructure is a key to economic diversification and economic development, which can lead to prosperity.
Thomas Sankara Pan-African Leadership Award is bestowed upon individuals who are committed to selfless service, integrity, and above all, unwavering dedication to societal advancement. In Abuja, Usman Zubairu, NTA News.
Concerns have continued to mount over the growing rate of patients with hearing impairment as the world marks World Hearing Day 2025. Haruna Mohammed reports that experts in Kaduna are engaging patients to increase awareness and to factor solutions to the growing health concerns.
Hearing impairment is a prevalent health issue in Nigeria, affecting many people and families, with about 3.5 million children between the ages of 0 and 15 and 23.7% of them having one form of hearing impairment. These primary concerns have significant impact on communication, potentially leading to social isolation, loneliness, and reduced quality of life. Hence, this sensitization by experts to commemorate World Hearing Day 2025 poised to educate and enlighten the people on how best to take care of their hearing for better functionality. Ayuba Paul and Grace Manu are patients of hearing impairment seeking medication.
Presently, the right side now, I'm not hearing well because I did not come in time. So that is why I said I'm advising the moment somebody has a problem, she run to the hospital.
I do use the earbud to clean my ear regularly, which causes this problem for me.
Getting the information using various languages, the causes of hearing problems, among which is the manner at which people clean their ear with the use of sharp objects and its consequences, while calling on parents to pay attention to their children's hearing and for the public to avoid self-medication.
Some classes of drugs actually can affect the hearing. Also noise. These are some of the things that can affect hearing. Even some illnesses, especially like meningitis. So those kind of things actually can affect hearing. And many of the times, this hearing loss could be irreversible. That is, there are not things that you can cure. The only thing that you can do is that you can manage it.
With the theme Changing Mindset, World Hearing Day 2025 aims to promote action towards improved hearing with suggestion on avoiding exposure to prolonged sound pollution and ear trauma, which will go a long way in maintaining hearing and balance for a general well-being.
The Governorship Election Petition Tribunal for Edo State has reserved judgment in the petition filed by the People's Democratic Party and its governorship candidates Asue Uhadalu, challenging the outcome of the September 21, 2024 governorship election in the state. Justice Wilfred Bochi-led three-member tribunal reserved the verdict after counsel in the matter adopted their final written addresses. Justice Bochi said a date for judgment will be communicated to parties by the Secretary of the Tribunal. At the resumed hearing of the matter, counsel to the petitioners, Adetunji Oyeyipo, SAN, told the Tribunal that the business of the day was for adoption of final written addresses. Counsel to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Kanu Agabi, SAN, proceeded to adopt the final address of his client. Agabi, by way of adumbration, prayed the tribunal to dismiss the petition for lacking in merit. The PDP and its governorship candidate, Asue Ihaudalu, approached the tribunal, praying it to invalidate the outcome of the governorship election on the grounds of alleged non-compliance with the Electoral Act 2022. The petitioners further alleged that Governor Okpebholo did not secure the highest number of majority votes cast in that election. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, on his 83rd birthday. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says the President shares in the joy of this special occasion with Pastor Adeboye's family, particularly his wife, Pastor Foluke, spiritual leaders and members of the ROCCG, the Body of Christ, and the clergy. He acknowledges the unique leadership role of the renowned clergyman whose teachings for more than 5 decades continue to shape and change lives across generations in the country and beyond. President Tinubu prays that God Almighty will continue to keep his servant, Daddy G.O., in good health and strengthen him as he carries on his stewardship in the Lord's vineyard. And that is it on the news at 11 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Nwoye.